What's up, Internet? We are back here at Nerd Alert. I'm Brandon,
And I'm Jimmy.
and we have one of our favorite things to talk about Star Wars news. Skeleton Crew dropped last week, first two episodes, and let's get into it.
And it's not just news, it's actually something new we got to watch, Brandon.
And it was
So
good. I enjoyed both episodes.
it's funny. I'm sure there are haters. I've stopped looking because Star Wars has a ton of haters, and nerddom right now is a lot of detractors. But damn, if this was not 100% made for kids, but fun for us to watch, it literally brought me back to the 80s. I hate to keep doing this, but this is when I was a kid, so that's why I keep doing it.
There's a lot in this, though, that I want to bring up about the 80s because, like, yeah, I mean, it gives you the Goonies feels, but there's ties to other stuff we'll get to.
And that's what I was getting at. Like everybody keeps talking about, oh, it's Goonies in space. I'm like, yeah, I'm not arguing with that because to me, the way they find the map, the way, which is the spaceship, not the map in Goonies where they just are in the attic on the map, but the way they find the spaceship, all of that just totally reminded me of Goonies, and now they're on this adventure. But I swear to God, it reminded me of Flight of the Navigator, which I'm sure people don't remember, but it was this weird Disney movie with this kid who goes missing for like 20 years, and he really didn't go missing. He was just sort of alien abducted. And anywho, the other one was the Endor movies, the Battle of Endor and the Ewok Adventures, and it just cracks me up that those are like forgotten and even chastised because they're not, the original sequel. I'm sorry, the original movies. But at the same time, that's all we had. So I remember being a kid, and these were like Sunday night special movies coming on ABC, and you're like, "Oh my God, we have a new Star Wars, whatever." And as a kid, I freaking loved these movies with the Ewok Adventures and the kids, and it was so good. And that's what this reminds me of, because then there were scenes that were like Book of Boba Fett with the motorcycles and the bikers and the scooters. And in that, I know it got a lot of gruff and, oh man, it looks stupid. It's Spy Kids. But in this, it totally fit and it was perfect. And I had zero problems with a lot of that. It was definitely made with that in mind. And I totally appreciated that.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely got all those feels from it, like what they were trying to go for. But like what you were saying too, like with the Ewok adventures and all this other stuff, I think the best stuff of this new age of Star Wars are all things that take from the old lore and the legends. Like I don't think that's a bad idea to pull from that because there are people who liked it and it is something to build off of.
Yeah, I totally agree. And the fact that, like, there are young adult Star Wars novels that I've read, and I get it. They're not made for me because I'm an adult and I should be reading real novels. But the young adults,
I can Wikipedia the stuff that happened so I don't have to, thumb through a children's book. But
but they're still
I still think it's been good. Yeah,
exactly.
it's
So there's no reason why this can't be good. But I'm sure people are like, "Oh, it's for kids." I'm like, "Shut the
dude,
fuck
if you're hating this without watching it, you need to check out the first two episodes because there's enough mystery and intrigue to start it that has me wanting that. Like I'm gonna save judgments for the end, but so far there's intrigue in this story. The fact that they come from this planet that the whole thing is before it came out, people were like, how is there a suburb
Yep.
in Star Wars? Like, what are we fucking doing here? And that was a lot of the hate. And then when they get to this port and they keep saying at Atlan where they're from, and nobody seems to really give a shit, like take it seriously until she's like, "You're from the lost city at Atlan with the
Exactly.
treasure," and they're all like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" So immediately I'm like, how? Like it's almost like reverse Goonies. They're at the end of they're at the end of the map. Now we have to figure out how to get back to the end of the map.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah, I'm
genius.
I'm so into it, dude. And even just the 2 seconds we get a Jude Law, well, 2 seconds. I'm pretty certain that's who we see at the first episode in the helmet. Is
He's lived longer than Carrie Ann Moss did, so that's awesome.
yeah, yes. But I
But his intrigue where he's like a jet, I don't think he actually says it. I think he just agrees when the kid asks, "Are you a Jedi?" I can't
I
remember.
mean he's force sensitive.
But yeah, he's like, "Are you a Jedi?" And I'm like, being a
Well, he
Jedi,
doesn't say
force
yes.
sensitive,
He goes,
two
"Can you
very
keep a
different things.
secret? Can
Yeah,
you keep a
that's what I mean.
secret?"
He doesn't say it, but he
Yeah.
doesn't disagree with him. And it's like,
Well, it's something too, like with this city, is they have pro Jedi, like,
yeah.
books and teachings and stuff, which to like my knowledge at this point in Star Wars history, the Jedi would still be looked at as the people that turned on, the government, depending on what side you're on,
And that's just it. It's because this is after the Empire.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, yeah, you're right. Depending where you are in the galaxy, you either hate the rebellion because they took away the Empire and some reason you supported that, or you absolutely love the rebellion and you're in love with Luke Skywalker and the myth of the old Jedi. So you revere that.
But they're on a planet that no one else seems to know exists and all thinks is like mythical. So it's like, what are we getting to here? I don't know, dude. I'm totally on board with this show so far.
And I love the pirates we're seeing. Like,
Oh man, the effects, they look great.
so good. The Wolfman, I love this. I love
Oh,
how we say it's a kids show, but right from the beginning, the captain screws up and gets a bounty of whatever that one penny was, coin, whatever,
the
and
one
then
credit.
he's done. He's done. Like, you're out of here. We have no sympathy for you. And I'm like, that's
Like,
brutal,
you
man.
fucked up again, dude. You like they immediately were like, we're trusting you, but this is your last chance. And as soon as they realized what happened, it's like, nope, get him out of here. So
Yeah,
I don't know, man. I was really into this first episode. Did you see any of the supposed connections to Captain EO?
I did not. I wasn't looking for them. Hit me up.
The when they're on the planet, or when they're at the port, there's a cage of these animals, like the fat little things with wings, like the fat
Yeah.
little creatures with wings. That's it. Almost looks identical to the one that is on Michael Jackson's shoulder for most of Captain EO. And now there's people being like, is this a prequel to Captain EO? Like, is Captain EO Star Wars lore? Because there is a blue elephant guy in Captain EO as well. I don't know. Very weird and such a weird deep cut for Lucasfilm special effects. But
If I remember correctly, and this is a long, long, long time ago, because I was at Disney World and saw Captain EO. I believe that was a George Lucas
yeah.
Disney World combination. Yeah, okay.
Oh no, he did. They did all the monsters for it.
I
They did all
thought
the
so.
creatures and.
And it's been a long time since I saw it. So I just remember the poster because that's more readily available to
I mean,
see.
if I can get a Han Solo and Captain EO comic book, I'm here for this new Star Wars. But no, that all aside, I think this does such a good job of setting the stage for whatever, to at least continue watching the show to figure out if you're a fan of it or not.
Well, there's another deep cut and maybe I'm wrong, but I could have sworn when the kids are in the bus, shuttle, whatever, and the transport taxi driver dude, the robot, isn't that the thing from Star Tours?
Yeah, the bus driver is a Rex
Yeah,
droid, I think,
I
or I don't know
thought
if they're
so. Because I'm
called
like,
Rex droids, but
it's been a while, and that doesn't exist
hmm
anymore like that. But he was in something else, another one of the shows that cracked me up. I can't remember which one it was. Could have been Kenobi, but it's like, yeah, that's hilarious. They keep bringing back these old references to not necessarily the movies, but things that existed in Star Wars lore that are hilarious.
yeah, I mean but that too. I mean, when did Star Tours become a ride? Was that like early '90s, late '80s? Like,
I want to say it was early '90s because I again there was nothing Star Wars going on, and then that
hmm
came out, and it was huge because that was something you could do to get Star Wars.
something new. But yeah, there's a lot of cool references in this, and I mean, I don't I don't even know like how to speculate what we're gonna get here.
No.
Um,
And that's
and
the fun
and
thing about some of this new Star Wars stuff. A lot of the stuff has been like Kenobi. It's retcon to get us to where we already know what's going to happen and it's cool stories, whatever. This is out in left field. No clue where it's going to tie into, what it's going to lead to.
at
It
all.
works. I don't even know these characters at all.
Well, and it's cool because if this is post Jedi or Return, then just like everything else we've been looking at, like there is a chance that these characters can show up as adults in whatever's coming out, with the new Ray stuff and everything else. Like it's setting the groundwork for something. And I think the reason I'm digging it so much is that it's unknown. Like Mandalorian was you knew it was a connection to Mandalore and all that, but like you really wasn't sure what was going on, and that took you by surprise. But this is, I would say, even more obscure.
Yeah, and 100%. And that's kind of what we were saying is that Book of Boba Fett, we didn't know what was going to go on, but we know Boba Fett, and we knew the holes they had to fill in to get there. Andor, we didn't know what was going on, but we knew where they were going, so we knew how to
Exactly.
get there. This, no clue.
I'm not sure if it's going to deal with Thrawn, Ahsoka, anything. Like you have no clue what's happening right now, and I'm here for that.
Love it, love it. And it's not dealing with Jedi. I mean, I'm sorry, it's not dealing with the Skywalkers.
Yeah,
Not dealing with really anything we know yet. In fact, we don't even know how it plays into anything. It just
100%, man. Like
fresh.
I'm,
I love it. And you're right. The intrigue they've already built into it. I can't say we talked about this a little bit that it's a John Watts thing. I'm going to go make sure I watch it because he's amazing. Until I looked up his filmography, I'm like, dude, I do like pretty much everything this guy has done, which was
he's got some great.
Spider-Man: Homecoming, Far From Home, No Way Home, Old Man, which is the Jeff Bridges thing on Hulu that I really like. So yeah, I'm into it. I'm like, with Filoni and Favreau leading the way with this new era of Star Wars shows. Bring it. Let's see more.
Yeah. So I think it's 8 or 10 episodes. Probably 8 is what they've been doing lately. So a couple more weeks of this bring us right into the new year. But so far, I'm on board, and I'm excited. We got more Star Wars stuff to talk about.
I am too, and I'm curious. Let us know what you guys think in the comments below. For reals, like I understand there's a lot of hate when things come to Star Wars, but I'm still hurting from the hate of the Acolyte. But let us know what you guys think. I want to know: is this Brandon and I are in our own world and this sucks, or no? This is something that everybody looks forward to and is excited about.
Comment, tell us.